During the short hop of 3,500 miles to New Zealand, the Kiwi ketches Steinlager and Fisher and Paykel conducted a maritime duel as if tied together. The power of Blake's big red ketch was also witnessed by Charles Jourdain. The French briefly held the lead but could only watch and wait for Steinlager to thunder past like an express train. Worse was yet to come for Charles Jourdain. She was hit by a whale, causing a gaping hole in the side of the boat. Luckily it was above the waterline, or Alan Gabet's Maxi would surely have sunk. She was patched up and made it to Auckland. Thousands took to the water for the start of leg 4. Amid the crush, one spectator boat became tangled with the Swedish ketch the Card. Within seconds, the Maxi's mizzenmast came tumbling down and the small yacht was momentarily dragged under. The Card sailed on to Uruguay as a sloop. But the Finnish entry Martella never made it. Her 14-ton keel was found to be slowly parting company with the hull. The crew tried to fix the problem from inside, but it was only a matter of time before the inevitable happened.
We had been prepared so that no one slept down below, and we had all the emergency gear and life rafts prepared on deck. Suddenly just we heard a crash and the boat started to heel over. It took about less than 10 seconds before it was 90 degrees, and then another 5 to 10 seconds when it was 180 degrees upside down.
Responding to Martella's mayday, Merritt and Charles Jourdain were quickly on the scene. The Finnish crew were all found to be safe and sound. Steinlager, meanwhile, continued to stamp her authority on the race. The biggest Maxi in the fleet at 84 feet had been first into every port, and Fort Lauderdale was no exception. It gave Peter Blake a commanding lead going into the final sprint to Southampton. But experience had taught him never to count his chickens, and Blake's worst nightmare nearly came true.
The last leg of the race, we broke a mizzen chain plate, which was holding up the mainmast and the mizzen, and we had a spinnaker and a mizzen staysail on at the time. Why everything didn't come crashing down was pure luck and the skill of the crew. So you haven't won until you've actually finished.
But win he did, and in spectacular style. Steinlager was invincible and completed the 33,000 miles in 128 days. Having devoted much of his life to this moment, Blake's strongest feeling was one of relief.
I don't think there was a lot of emotion in winning, really. I was very pleased that it was over with that particular race. And it's very hard to come in from a 33,000 mile race where you've been hyped up all the time, and the next day to be, it's all over. You can't do that. You're sort of almost in a racing mode. You feel like you're racing for about 6 months afterwards. I couldn't sleep properly for 6 months.
While Steinlager was finishing, a sick man aboard the cruiser-class entry Liverpool Enterprise was being ferried in a life raft to a waiting helicopter. This all took place in mid-ocean, 400 miles from land, and proved to be a record-breaking air-sea rescue. There were no records for Pierre Fellman this time on merit, but the Swiss had the consolation of finishing top sloop ahead of Britain's crack outfit Rothmans. Maiden's return home was a triumph for the female spirit. They may not have won their class, but the women's grit and determination had won the hearts of millions around the world. Lives touched by the Whitbread experience are never quite the same again.
I think anyone should look back on the Whitbread if they've done it and feel proud. It is tough. It is a very tough race. It's the challenge of a lifetime, and it's not only a fight against the elements, the waves, the wind, the boat, it's a fight against yourself. You're finding out about things about yourself the whole way round, and so it is a huge achievement.